in Acts chapter 6, verse 1, where it says the disciples were increasing in number. And why were they increasing in number? Last week we talked about the persecution that arose from the religious leaders. The apostles, all 12 of them, were arrested, they were imprisoned, they were flogged, and they went out rejoicing, and they kept right on teaching and preaching. And so Luke comes in chapter 6 and he gives another summary statement. We're going to see these throughout of when the church does well, when the church does right, when they do what God calls them to do, it's usually followed with this: there was an increase in number. And here we have it again, where the church responds correctly to persecution, responds correctly to the imprisonment and the flogging, and God blesses them, and the church continues to grow because they're continually faithful to preach the gospel. When growth happens in the church, when change comes about, there's always the potential for problems to arise. We saw last week that sometimes it's external. Sometimes it's the religious leaders. Sometimes it's people in the world that go, we don't like you to speak in that name. We don't want you to teach in that name, so stop doing that. We're going to persecute you. We're going to beat you. We're going to imprison you. We're going to take away your rights. And sometimes it's from within. Sometimes it's inside the heart of the person themselves, as we saw in chapter 5 with Ananias and Sapphira. And sometimes it's because complaints arise. Now there's the distraction of squabbles. He's trying to distract the church, trying to take the focus of the leadership of the church and put it on things that are not things of God. And he says, the apostles come and they say, we're gonna set ourselves apart to preach the word and to pray, but this situation is important and we're going to address it. It says they brought all the congregation together and they said, this is a real problem. You guys have a part to play in this. You all find 7 guys that we can put over this task. It's the responsibility of the whole church, not just of church leadership. It's the responsibility of the whole church to maintain the health and well-being of the body of Christ. It's for each and every one of us. We all have a part to play, and that's what the apostles are showing us in chapter 6.